Rise and shine on Australia's Vision Christian Radio.
Well, here I am at KCC Basecamp. It's been great spending a few days with over 1,000 men, but one of those is Ashley Saunders from Barnabas Aid, and it's great to catch up, mate.
It's good to be with you, and great to see you, Robbo.
That's right, yes. It's always nice because we've had a bit to do over the years. I mean, you've spent a lot of time with Neil, obviously, on air, talking about the work of Barnabas Aid, but for those that aren't familiar, just give us your elevator pitch. What does you guys do?
We're a ministry, global ministry, that supports the suffering church, those who suffer discrimination, oppression or persecution because of their faith.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so how does that practically outwork in some of the activities you do?
Yeah, well, we fund ministry under, say, 12 categories and in about 65 countries every year. And it could be convert care, it could be medical needs, it could be small business because someone's come to Christ and they've been chucked out of their family. It can be a whole range of things. Victims of violence is a big one. Nigeria is a very dangerous place to be for Christians, and Africa as a continent. Hundreds of Christians are killed in Africa every month, sadly.
Wow.
And so I wish I could tell you that the incidence of persecution is reducing, but in fact it's getting more. And so whether it's physical aid or spiritual aid or practical aid, one of the big things we're doing is providing basic needs. There's a whole lot of hungry Christians, hungry because they're simply Christians and therefore they can't get a proper job and aren't looked after by society. So our feeding programs are a big thing.
That's amazing. And do you only work in other countries, or is there any actual work that you're doing here in those sort of practical areas?
We don't at the moment. In the past, we have had a program called Operation Safe Havens, which was about bringing persecuted Christians to Australia, but we've closed that down. We are still moving or facilitating Christians to find refuge in some other places, but at the moment we're not doing that in Australia, and we're funding ministry in other countries.
Okay. Now, you were saying to me earlier that you guys use the Word for Today every day in your office. You do like a morning devotion, so that's really cool that you've been able to tap into that.
Yeah, it is good, and that's in our Adelaide office, which is our national office, and I'm there about a week a month, and it's probably worth telling you that recently we needed to appoint a new office manager, and God put us in touch with a lovely Indian lady who came to Christ out of Hinduism, and she knows firsthand what it is to pay the cost of following Jesus, and it is great to see and to hear her read the Word for Today, to lead the people in prayer, and she's worked in secular organisations, and she says what a joy to work in a ministry where we can pray for each other. Yeah,
that's so true. That's something that we sometimes take for granted, isn't it? As a team at Vision, we have a weekly staff meeting and share communion together, and I guess that's sort of normal, but it's not always the way in secular businesses.
Yeah, that's right, it's not, and so whether it's the Word for Today, whether it's the weekly communion, it is great to know that we're communing with each other and with the Lord as we serve His people, our brothers and sisters.
So good. So if people are interested to find out more about some of the work you do, I mean, as you said, it's quite expansive around the world. What's your website? How can people jump on and find out more?
It's a simple website, barnabasaid.org. And what's important to remember is that Barnabas doesn't have a U in it. That's the biggest mistake that's made. It's Barnabas, barnabasaid.org, and there you'll find a whole lot of stuff. You'll even find the contact details for our Adelaide office, our national office. Give them a call, and if it's something they need to refer to me, they'll refer it to me. Otherwise, they'll deal with it themselves.
Fantastic. Well, it's been great to catch up again with you, Ashley, and God bless you with all the great work you're doing.
Yeah, thank you, and God bless you, especially as you do a lot of travel this weekend for work, and safe travels home.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.